Welcome, Taurus. This is your weekly focus for February the 12th through to the 18th, 2024. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you so much for being here. Let's turn directly to the cards, shall we? So, our underlying energy for this week, Taurus, is the moon. Well, I think before we can truly find out if we are going to be happy, if we are actually creating joy and happiness and celebration in our lives, then defining that is very important. Understanding what makes us tick, understanding what fills us with passion, what motivates us, why we get excited, why we get filled with anticipation is, like it's the secret sauce kind of to the recipe. It's knowing exactly what to bring in order to really feel the abundance, the happiness, the joy that you want to create in your world. So where do you feel your strength is being utilized? Where do you feel your courage is being utilized? Where do you feel your talents, your abilities are being utilized in the ways that you want to utilize them? Why does it make you happy to do certain things, fill you with joy to do others? Why is it that you can put that other thing off forever and a day? And most people love doing that, but for you, it's just not your cup of tea. And therefore you kind of, so we want to eliminate the things we procrastinate from anyways, because they're not going to help us move forward. It's the things that fill our hearts with joy that is truly going to be the motivation in moving us forward right now. Our first card is the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're raising the bar on yourself. Absolutely here, Taurus. You are seeing actually the gift you are, what you bring to the table. And you're raising the bar on who you are and what you can do and how you can perform. I mean, you're scratching the potential. You're bringing it into a full potential kind of view. You're raising the bar on yourself. You are imagining doing better at or stepping that next rung on the ladder of success, taking that next step forward, taking that elevated path perhaps. Maybe there's a job at corporate that you've seen come up throughout the years a couple of times, but you've never actually put your name in the hat, and this time you're thinking, you know what, I deserve that. I know that job. I can do that job. And what I don't know, I could easily learn in order to be able to do that job. It's about raising the bar on yourself. Now, this could be in relationships too. Absolutely, but I'm getting more of a work and career kind of energy going forward on that with you. Now we have the Ace of Swords. This is the aha moment. This is the epiphany. This is the grace of God giving you this present, this stage to stand on, this box to open that just explodes your world into a marvelous, I see fireworks, shooting stars kind of stuff. So this is definitely something that's going to take you towards abundance. This is going to take you towards happiness. It could be something that completely comes out of the blue. Maybe you come across a topic and you just fall in love with it and you've got to know everything. And before you know it, there was this one kid, I was watching him. Oh gosh, what was it? America's Got Talent, or one of those had talent anyways, one country. And this young man was standing up and they said, so, how did you find your way on the stage? And he says, I was going through high school. And in my last year, I was getting all these offers from all these universities to be, play on their football team, right? And of course, his parents were very excited, and he was very excited. And he sat down on YouTube one day and watched, I think it was Billy Joel playing the piano or something. And he says, I want to do that for the rest of my life. And he quickly started to study music. And 4 years later, he got a free ride at like a major university, and he was just so talented. Like, he was born with this, and now he's critiquing it. Now he's, and he says that he feels very very different than the other students at this university now, because all of them have been practicing music of one level or another all their life in order to even be able to think about going to that university, where he, in his last year of high school, decided, I'm going to learn how to do this. And or maybe it wasn't his very last year of high school, or maybe he had another year, or maybe he started off doing the football and then he switched. I don't know how that worked for him, but he was a very young man, very talented. But he had that aha moment, he had that epiphany. He was just sitting there watching a YouTube channel, and a 3-minute video, and his entire life was transformed because of that. And he's having the time of his life, expressing a joy he never could have done in any other way. And I'm not saying that, tomorrow you're all going to wake up and you're going to want to play the piano. I'm saying that that gift that's been hidden within you may appear. You may see it for the first time ever. Maybe it's tried to poke out before and you've never allowed it to. Maybe, I don't do that. Put that away. But, this is the aha moment. This is the epiphany. This is the spark. The spark that starts all those fireworks off and those shooting stars between them. I'm telling you, it's just beautiful what I see. The Seven of Pentacles, but where do you put your focus? Where do you put your attention? Because that is what's going to grow. So if you put it on your worries and concerns, guess what? You're going to have a lot more to worry about, and you're going to be concerned about a lot more by the end of the week if you follow that train of thought. What are you putting your focus on? What are you giving attention to? Is it somebody else's drama? Is it somebody else's agenda? Or is it your dreams, your goals, your wants, your desires, your passions? Because we just can't plant a little seed in the ground and come back 6 months later and expect it to be this mature plant with a bountiful harvest. We may find a whole bunch of weeds, and that stick might be it. I don't know. Did it already bloom and die? I don't know. We have to be consistent. We have to show up. We have to nurture it into the dream we see, the success that we want. So consistency. Consistency is a big part of it. Let's look at work and career. And we have the Four of Swords. Now, usually I would take this as a health thing, but I thought, wow, you're thinking of your tomorrow. You know that things are changing for you. You know that when it comes to work and career, there is something on the horizon. There's something around the corner. There's something that's calling out to you. So this is almost like, we are pulling back in our bodies and our minds. We're hanging up our uniform, so to speak, our armor. We're hanging up our weapons. We're laying down. We may be letting go of that part of ourselves. We may be envisioning the part of ourselves that we want to step into. Behind that stained glass window is our tomorrow, and the sun is shining brightly. Thought I saw something in the card, but it wasn't there, so just never mind me. Let's get a little bit more to go with that. Let's pull a card or two from the fairy deck. So what do we have here? We have the Hermit. Find or be a mentor. Take a break from society. A commitment to your spiritual growth. So once again, it's pulling it back a little bit, right? The Hermit. I see the Hermit as one that goes into the desert and to the cave and thinks about where they are and where they want to go forward. What needs to change, what direction we want to go. So I think you are looking at a lot of things when it comes to work and career, or maybe building your stature within the community. That could definitely be a part of it that we are looking at. We'll get one more. Did I hold that up for you even? I'm sorry if I didn't. Find or be the mentor. I think the majority of you will probably be finding a mentor over being the mentor. And we have Justice. Take the time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end. Fair and objective decisions. So So all these cards are asking you to just pull it back a little bit, really think what you want to do, where you want to put your energy, what you need to release in order to step into that promotion, that raise, that elevated path, that new hat to wear, that new job, that new career, that money maker that you want to bring into existence. Maybe it's taking a hobby and turning it into a business of some sort. So the 8 energy, obviously good vibrations for bringing money into our world. And then we have the 9 as well, telling us to let go of what no longer brings in value, what no longer brings in support, in order for us to go forward. And here we are in a very meditative healing state to allow ourselves to do just that, to evoke what we truly want to bring into our world and what we need and understand that we need to let go of in order to truly walk the path that we want to walk when it comes to work, when it comes to career. Okay, let's go to love and relationships. And we have the Empress. My goodness, this is about giving birth. This is about creation. This is about invention. This is about grounding yourself in nature. So let's pull a couple cards too here for this one. We've got the 3 of Spring. Plan your next steps with an eye for the long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. So when we blend that in with the Empress, my goodness, how great is that? Let's hold that card up there so you can see it. I know I get such a glare here. That's okay. I'm redecorating my room. Hopefully I'll get rid of the glare in the process. So we're really being asked here to look long term at what we want to do. And this is about planting the seed. This isn't about, we're down the path a little bit and we're revising and we're changing. This is new starts, new beginnings, new thoughts. Maybe it is bringing to life a relationship that has gotten a little bit stagnated. Maybe it needs a spark of energy to it. But we're thinking it through. We're understanding what we want to bring in, what we truly want to create within that relationship. And if we're looking to step into a relationship, then we are looking at what we want that relationship to look like. We are in some essence here giving birth to the realization of what we truly want within a relationship, and trying to bring that in a tangible way, in a way that it's a part of our reality going forward. One more card. You say, let's do one more card. The High Priestess comes in. Trusting your intuition, careful reflection before taking action, insights that come through meditation. So even though we're in very new moon energy for the whole week, these cards are asking you to really not pull back and think and meditate and put closure on things, but to really imagine exactly what you want to be stepping into prior to stepping into it. To know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you've got this, that you're worthy of this, that this can be yours for the asking. So, the 3 of Spring, that's a very youthful, young energy. So we can bring in a lot of life, a lot of laughter, a lot of joy to our existing relationships, deepening our relationships, growing our relationships stronger. Also, we will have fun with new people. We will have fun in the arena of life. Okay, and I think that is probably maybe something that is going to be a stronger energy as you near the weekend or go through the weekend than it is throughout the week. I think that kind of energy will build a little bit for you, but it's trusting your intuition. If you don't feel it's right, then it's not right. If you feel like they're not being completely truthful, chances are they're not being completely truthful. And this is where we ask the questions. This is where we have the conversations to bring out the truth so that we have the wisdom to make the right calls, the right choices when it comes to our relationships going forward. Let's do a card for spirituality. Oh, wrong way, but I guess we're taking one of these. The 10 of Summer, an emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust, is the 10 of Summer here. So surrounding yourself with the people that matter, like-minded people. Maybe it's a spiritual group. Maybe it's growing deeper relationships within the community or the workplace. That could definitely be something. Understand what we truly want within those relationships. And this is our spirituality kind of card. So emotionally fulfilling life with family and friends. So it's about seeing yourself happy, full of joy. You know where you're going. If your children are young, maybe you want to see them. You know, when you walk them down the aisle, or you're helping them. You know, pick out their first house, or you're helping them move for university. And if they're older, you're watching the grandchildren, and grow it in your mind. Absolutely. We're also going to get our card. Look at this. The Hermit shows up again for you, this time in our spirituality, telling us that we need to meditate, we need to pray, we need to get in quiet solitude and just sit there. Quiet silence. I don't know why that was so hard to say. And sit there and understand what surrounds us right now, what we have to work with. Okay, so that we can start branching out, so we can start growing, so we can start developing. And how are we going to do that? How is our steps going to take us forward, one step at a time? And finally, one for our health, our well-being. The Knight of Wands appears, and this is about giving thanks. It's about being grateful for the things that you have already in your life, around you, even maybe some of the troubles that you have gone through, because it has molded you into the person you are today. And also asking for that straight path going forward. Now telling them what you need, what you expect, what you hope to find going forward. Straight paths and love and beauty and protection. We'll get a Circle of Doors tarot card here for you. He's gonna stay. Okay, there we go. The High Priestess shows up for you. Of course, the High Priestess shows up for you. Okay, here we are, the High Priestess. We will read what the card has to say. The moon shines upon the dark lake. I reach within the waters and grasp its glowing face. My blood pulses with an ancient rhythm. I am enveloped by infinity. Wisdom knows mastery by heart. You contain a reflection of nature's perfect wisdom deep within your body. Dive into the warm ground of your being by quieting your mind and listening to the stillness in your bones. When you embody the priestess, you connect with a truth that is beyond words, time, beyond life itself. The truth is present in every moment and holds the silence between the notes of life that allow us to hear the melody. Ask yourself, can you create a receptive state of awareness? What clarity emerges when the mind is truly quiet? And how can you make your heart and body behave like the rising and falling of the oceans? Your affirmations for this week are: I expand and open myself to every breath. I find my truth by practicing stillness. I am clear as pure as water. My love embraces all. There's so much about stillness there, and understanding the power of the stillness, the power of the solitude, the power of the quiet. And the aha moments, the epiphanies that can come through during those times is very present in your reading this week. And let's go to the power thought cards here for you. I'm getting this one here. Okay. So we got, your future is glorious. Your future is glorious, okay? Take a snapshot of that. Poof. Here, I'll hold it over here in case you get, when you put it on, and maybe we'll move it over here, see if that's a little darker for you. So if you're trying to take a picture, you know how you stop the video and you get that little thing right in the middle? That kind of ruins the picture that you wanted to take. So, my future is glorious. Put that on a post-it note. Write it everywhere. I live in the limitless love, light, and joy. All is well in my world. I now live in a limitless light, love, and joy. My future is glorious. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.